In order to really be unique and to be balanced, you have to sort of be a contradiction. Let's say that you look really hard. You don't smile very much. If you look like a thug and you act like a thug and you dress like a thug, that's not interesting. I stereotype you and then you ended up being my stereotype. Wow, that's awesome, right? I'm not gonna hire you for a developer job with your tatted up face, coming in here looking like a dumbass and talking like a dumbass. No. But that same exact person has a huge advantage, because let's say that you go to a job interview, you know, someone comes in the door and they've got a tattoo on their neck, right? And you're like, oh, that's interesting. They are in a suit. That is a nice suit. It's like a Armani suit. And when they open their mouth and they speak eloquently, and it just flows. They just speak so nicely, so elegantly and cleanly. You think, man, this person is interesting. Wow, I wonder what their story is. I want to sit and listen to this person. They totally just blew my stereotype out of whack, right? And the same thing happens on the other side, right? If you had somebody who looked like they're an accountant and they looked really soft, but they're like dressed really casual and they seem to have a nice self-confident talk, and you're like, this is weird. It feels like he's giving me this vibe like he's tough. Like you wouldn't want to mess with this guy, but he looks like this little scrawny mouse, right? Some of the reason I think why Simple Programmer, why some of you like my videos, is because you're like, oh, this guy's interesting because he's kind of a nerd, right? I mean, he's a software developer, but he's kind of buff, right? And he's kind of tough. This guy is interesting. He's not the typical run-of-the-mill type of developer. And so you're more likely to listen and to be more interested in what I have to say in my story, right? Because it's diverse to some degree. Be conscientious of image. First of all, think about what is your natural image, and then think about what will you need to dress like, talk like, act like to enhance that image, to make it better as you stack these things on. If you look at really charismatic people, there's this weird soft yet hardness to them. There's this weird passion yet solidarity to them. They're angry, but they're loving. You can't quite figure them out. You never quite can get the grasp on it. They don't fit into a stereotype. They don't fit into a mold, because those kind of people are boring, and we just assess them and we're like, okay, we're done. We know who they are, right?